Hi there, these comments are for ML, and I am Michael from OTC, OnlineTOEFLCourse.com. You're one of my TOEFL Speaking Bootcamp course students. You're working on, it looks like, integrated speaking task number 3. So you got reading, listening, and speaking. So you're listening to a fairly complicated academic passage, and then a professor in a lecture illustrates further the concept that you have read about. Okay, let's see how you did on this. And I also have right here, I am ready to give you a score. Here are the actual rubrics for the speaking section of the TOEFL. Okay, first step is let's listen to your practice test.
The reading passage is about Rosenthal effect, which passage describes as when people knowingly and unknowingly satisfy external expectations. Professor in the lecture describes about an interesting experiment done by researchers along with the third grade science teacher. In this experiment, science teacher was supposed to give homework to their students for 30 minutes with 10 questions and same difficulty level. During the semester, they found out that only 50% of the students completed their homework. When researchers asked teacher to comment on this, she said that she is very impressed with the hard working of the students. Few weeks later, 75% of the students did their homework. By this, the researchers concluded that students wanted work hard to meet the expectations placed upon them by their teachers.
Okay, and then how does that relate to the information that's explained in the reading passage? So you might make a little bit better connection there. Okay, let's listen to it one more time. I'm going to give you some comments.
The reading passage is about Rosenthal effect, which passage describes as.
Now, why don't you mention both sources in the beginning? The reading passage discusses an academic concept called the Rosenthal effect, and then the speaker uses an example in the lecture to further illustrate the idea, right? Something like that. So you have that kind of compound sentence in the beginning, and that connects the main point from the reading and the listening passage. That would be my first topic development suggestion.
When people knowingly and unknowingly satisfy external expectations. Professor in the lecture describes about.
Yeah, I don't know that you really clarified that idea enough. I would spend a little bit more time on that reading passage. I still don't have the whole context here. But Michael, I sent it to you in the email. I know you sent me the reading passage in the email, but just by listening to what you're saying, I should get a good understanding of what is in that reading passage.
About an interesting experiment done by researchers along with the third grade science teacher. In this experiment, science teacher was supposed to give homework to their students for 30 minutes with 10 questions and same difficulty level. During the semester, they found out that only 50% of the students completed their homework. When researchers asked teacher to comment on this,
when the researchers asked the teacher or teachers, so depending on whether you want it singular or plural, you're referring to something definite or indefinite. So you have to be careful about those articles that you're using or not using. But that's more of a systematic error, so it probably won't affect your score that much.
She said that she is very impressed with the hard working of the students.
She's impressed with the hard work of the student. So I would say the plus hard work. Now, if you want to make that an adjective, I would say a hard-working student. But I would use hard work there, not working.
Few weeks later, 75%.
Say a few weeks later.
Of the students did their homework. By this, the researchers concluded that students wanted work hard to meet the expectations placed upon them by their teachers.
Which confirms the definition put forth in the reading passage or something. So you have to take that back at the end and tie that back to what was said in the reading passage to kind of show that connection. So I think on this one, let me take a look. The rubrics here, I'm going to give you a low 3 on it. We have I think with your tone, maybe some minor difficulties with your tone. You need to vary your tone a little bit more. I think topic development, maybe some incompleteness as it relates to the reading passage. Lack of specificity with respect to content or choppiness. So I would show more how that information in the listening directly relates to the information in the reading. You can probably do a little bit better job with that. I'm going to put you at 3.0 out of 4 or 23 points out of 30 on this practice test. All right, so I think to help you here, I think what you can do, maybe I want you to go to the speaking part of my online TOEFL course and review the lesson that says TOEFL Integrated Speaking Strategies. Maybe review that lesson and look at the structure of how you organize integrated task number 3. All right, thank you.